So I was watching Joe Budden's podcast, and Joe Budden is debating with his other co-hosts on his podcast when he said, "Is $1 million life-changing money?" Life-changing money. $1 million. What I was hearing from the podcast, not from Joe Budden, but from his other co-hosts, where they would say that $1 million is not life-changing money. But let's listen in. Let's lock in for a moment.
Yeah, who is this? Who is this? Mr. Young, for our part of the show, says, is $1 million a lot of money to you? Well, answer. No. Well, I'll finish. I ask that question to people all the time when we start talking about money. And it surprises me when people who've never seen half of that, let alone a quarter of it, they say, no, it's not a lot of money. I'm not a millionaire.
I wish somebody would tell me $1 million is not a lot of money. What do you mean it's not a lot of money? What do you mean that $1 million is not a lot of money? I'm listening.
And I say it is a lot of money. But it'd be great to get that answer from people who have it or have seen it. Was that a question?
So the question he's saying to us. What do we
No. He's not saying to us.
He's asking the panel what we feel about $1 million, and if we think
$1 million is. I still think $1 million is a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
It is. And when people say a lot of money, I think they confuse it with life-changing money.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of times,
it's also life-changing money.
$1 million.
$1 million is life-changing money. This man, I think for real, they cannot be serious. $1 million will change every person's life in this world now. There are so many people in debt. It's crazy to think that $1 million is not life-changing. $1 million is life-changing. There are people out here working 2 to 3 jobs. 2 to 3. You telling me $1 million is not life-changing? You give somebody $1 million, that takes a lot of weight off their shoulders. A lot of weight. A lot.
It's life-changing money.
It can be.
It can be.
No, it is. Not it can be. It is.
But she says it can't be because it depends on how you spend it.
Don't clean it up for it. Y'all, let's have the debate. Let's have the debate. I say it is life-changing.
Okay. She said it can be life-changing money. It matters on where you're living at. If you have $1 million and if you are living above your means, then it's not life-changing. If you're trying to compete with other people instead of taking care of your necessities, then that's when it's not life-changing. Because y'all want to buy the Fendi, the Ferragamo, the Givenchy, Giuseppe's, Christian Dior, Birkins, Louis Vuitton, Gucci. I can keep going. That's what y'all will waste the money on. But I'm listening.
Changing money.
I say today.
It's not enough to live the rest of your life without having to work.
Today in northern New Jersey, New York, $1 million is not life-changing.
It's not at all.
Not even
It
close.
is.
Yes, it is.
$1 million would change my life, and I'm not poor.
And there's plenty of people.
Listen. Y'all gotta know how to utilize the $1 million. You can put that $1 million in an IUL. the money is gonna still grow. You can borrow from the $1 million you put in there, and the money's gonna keep growing for itself every year. Every year. Yes, you gotta pay the money back, but the money still stays there. So the $1 million that you just put in the IUL, you never gonna be broke.
Like parks.
Yeah.
If I got an extra $1 million today, it would do something to my life.
I mean, I think we take it to change and we're going to start being semantic-y with change. Of course, it could change. You could go buy a new car, which would inherently change your life.
Oh, okay. You buy a new car. Y'all gonna spend half of your month, half of the $1 million on a car that's going to depreciate. You can pay off a house like $250,000. You can pay off a car, a Honda Accord, Honda Civic, Toyota Camry. Like, you ain't gotta get the BMW. You ain't gotta get the Mercedes Benz. I know that's something that you might want, but that's not a need.
We talk, but I think when people say change your life, they mean like drastically change your life. If we gave you another $1 million today, if you already have one, I don't know, but if we gave you another $1 million today, it could buy you a house. That would change your life.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But it wouldn't take you out of here. So I think that.
Okay, let's do this. There are people that are homeless in America. You give them $1 million, their life is changed. Their life is changed. Point blank, period. Their life is changed. Everything that they ever wanted to experience, they can with that $1 million. That can help them get into doors they never got to get into. That can help them create the life they wanted to live. To where they don't have to be panhandling all the time. That can change a person's life who's working a job, a 9 to 5, breaking down, but okay.
That's what people mean when they say change your life.
Yeah.
Or life-changing money.
That's a big change.
They think life-changing
Well,
money
no,
means
life-changing where it's like
I'm
no
not
object,
working
no
more.
stress. Exactly, you're not working.
Now I have freedom.
That's what they mean.
That's not what life-changing means to me.
That's what they
I don't have to
Same.
work
I think that that's
anymore.
what life-changing means to a lot of people.
To a lot of
is
people,
that
when they
it
say
means
life-changing, I think
like,
67% of Americans don't have an ancillary $500 in the event of an emergency. What are y'all talking about right now?
You're right about that.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
I think it's how you use the money, though, Joe.
Cause look, you gotta know how to utilize the money. A lot of people don't know how to budget their money. A lot of people don't know how to do that. That's why I'm so thankful for the parents that I had that instilled this in me. You know what I'm saying? So, if I was to have $1 million, I'm not gonna blow it. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna invest it. I'm not gonna be spending that money on to buy something that's so like above my means. I'm just saying, if you want a part 2, just comment down below. I might have to turn this into a series to show how much you can live with $1 million for the rest of your life. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. That's all I gotta say. My name is Keandre. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me. Let's get to work. It's time to lock in. man.